Hello, Travel Mama, and welcome to another Travel Family Academy episode. This week, we are going to discuss 3 things I wish I knew before I started traveling with my baby. So, if you are a brand new mom or just a mom with a brand new baby, yes, like a second-time mom, third-time mom, and you are wondering about traveling with your baby, the first thing I'm going to say is that it's totally doable. You got this, and it's gonna be amazing. I've never regretted a trip I took with my baby, and my only regret traveling with kids so far has been not starting sooner. And a lot of that has to do with the 3 things that I wish I knew before, which I'm going to share with you. But before we jump into that, if you like our content, if you are a mom, if you like to travel, and if you want to do it smoothly, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We do weekly videos with tips and information on how to travel with babies and toddlers. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. 3 things I wish I knew before I started traveling with my baby. The first thing I wish I knew is that you do not need as much as you think you do. So, I know if you've already traveled before, you've probably already made this mistake. And maybe you're one of those really awesome moms that already hasn't figured it out and has the checklist ready to go. But when I started traveling with my baby, even though I had already been a full-time traveler for a really long time and had already mastered how to travel out of a backpack or a carry-on for a long, long time, it was just almost like I felt that this baby needed everything in the world. And where I was going to, which at that point was Europe, things were not available. So, Mama, if this is you, first of all, there's no shame in this. We all go through that. We're all just so worried in making sure that our babies have everything they need and that they're taken care of, that we take everything we have at home. But the thing is this, remember that wherever you're going, except for a few places on earth, there's a big likelihood they have children that live there. And if they have children that live there, they will have essentials for your baby. Unless your baby has like a special skin condition, let's say, where they need specific creams or diapers or, some dietary needs that are very specific to your baby and that may be hard to come by in other countries, chances are whatever your baby may need, you will be able to find at your destination. Therefore, there is no reason for you to pack all the extras because they will not need it. They also do not need 27 outfits. Especially if you're going somewhere like a beach destination or a tropical place, or if you're traveling during the summer and spring, babies thrive being naked or having little clothes. So, overpacking is just going to add more stress to you, more bags to check in, more bags to be accountable for. If they get lost, then it's a headache. Having to pack all that, carry all that, sort all that only takes time out of your vacation, out of the time that you could be enjoying with your baby. So my rule of thumb is to always use a checklist. Actually, we have a beautiful checklist that we can give to you for free. It's going to be linked below. In the description section, we have a carry-on checklist that you can take so you know exactly what to bring on the plane. But besides a few essentials for the plane ride, you don't need much. And that's another thing. Don't bring everything on the plane with you. Your baby, any baby below 9 months old to 12 months old does not need entertainment on the plane. I promise you. One rattle toy, one little stuffy maybe, but likely they're going to be looking out the window, looking at the lights, looking at the people, or playing with the instruction manual. They do not need all the extra toys that you think they need. So it's better if you leave all that stuff behind. And on vacation, your child will play with things that are new and different to him. And likely, they're going to see different plants, different animals, different kids, different people, and that's going to keep them entertained. So leave some opportunity for them to find things that they love on vacation rather than bringing that with you. And the same applies for gear. Besides a baby carrier and a stroller, I honestly cannot imagine taking anything else traveling with me. When I was pregnant with Alaska, when I was first pregnant, I remember one of the things that I added to my registry was a traveling baby crib, traveling baby playpen. Oh my gosh, that thing never came with me anywhere. Like, it's bulky. It's one more thing to carry. Babies will sleep anywhere. You can literally make them a little bed out of a suitcase, like anywhere. And likely they're going to be sleeping either with you or you're going to get an accommodation that provides a playpen. A lot of places, even Airbnbs, provide those things. So there's no need to take all that stuff with you. And the sooner you get your baby used to sleeping on different kinds of environment, like let's say with a little bit of light versus a pitch black room, the more likely your baby is to thrive when you travel. So keep this in mind when you're trying to buy all this crazy gear to make it so dark and perfect, and then white noise machine and all this stuff. It's great if you need it. If you need it, it's going to give you peace of mind and it's the only way, then you go ahead. But think that the easier and faster you get your baby used to sleeping on different environments, the easier it will be for you later on traveling with that baby, that toddler, that is well adjusted and just comfortable anywhere they go, versus having to be stressed about not having all the specificities of home for them to be able to be comfortable. So when packing for your baby, whether it's for the plane or for the vacation, less is always more. And when in doubt, there are a lot of companies that rent out baby gear, toys, and anything else you may need at your destination. So look those up versus having to lug that with you, because carrying baby stuff is the most annoying part of traveling with a baby. Okay, something else I wish I knew before. Babies do not experience jet lag. That is to say that we know of. So what happens is your baby will sleep through the day. As you remember from the newborn stage, or if you're there, then it's very clear to you, babies sleep a lot. And so all the constant napping makes it so that they're always sleeping. It does not matter whether you're in France, in Australia, or in South Africa, they're going to be napping around the day. So all this fuss and all this stress about going somewhere and time changes and how far are you going and making sure that your baby, the flight lands with a nap time so they can sleep, it's a little bit like nonsense. And it's not a necessary stress you need to have. There are things that you need to stress about. This is not one of them. Your baby before 2 years old, I would say before 1 to 6 to 18 months old, your child will likely not experience jet lag, and if they do, it's very mild. My kid is 3 years old, and we just came from Australia, a crazy time difference of a day and 5 hours, and she adjusted both there and here without a day, like not even 1 day. If you have an older kid that you feel like, really notices time changes, because we're all different and so are our children, then I encourage you to check out some of our products. We'll leave it on the link below. We have a beautiful ebook that teaches you how to handle jet lag in 1 to 3 days so that you don't spend your entire vacation dealing with that. But as a rule of thumb, any child younger than 12 months, maybe 18 months, will not be experiencing jet lag heavily. So this is a great time for you to travel with your baby, because you might experience jet lag, but you're probably waking up a bunch of times during the night anyway to breastfeed or cater to your baby. So if your baby is not experiencing jet lag, it's one less thing for you to worry about. So, all the fear about traveling with a baby early on, I say, better do it when they're young and very, very tiny and not experiencing jet lag than later on when they really do experience jet lag. I have experienced my toddler's jet lag. Whew, and it is something else, because on top of you being tired, then you have a cranky baby that's tired or overtired or didn't sleep on the flight, and that is really not what you want. If you want to ensure you have a smooth flight and you want to learn how to adjust your baby to the destination you're going to, I cannot recommend our course, the Ready to Fly, anymore. It's an amazing course filled with every little bit of information, including the jet lag part, and it's filled with every single tip you will need to ensure a smooth transition for your entire family. But like I said, as a rule of thumb, if you have a child younger than 1 year old, don't stress about the jet lag. Go with your baby, go buy whatever ticket's cheapest or more convenient for you. Do not stress about the nap time ticket situation, because it likely won't matter. And also, by the way, a lot of times your baby will find the noise of the plane soothing and will fall asleep regardless of when your flight is. So there is no point in stressing about nap time when in reality they're gonna sleep whenever. Now, for the last and most important part of this whole video, which is the other tip that I wish I knew before I started traveling with my baby, it is that babies are free to travel until 2 years old almost anywhere in the world. A lot of people will tell you, wait until they can remember, wait until they're old enough. Oh my gosh, it's so expensive to travel with a baby. I beg to differ. It will never be cheaper for you to travel with your baby than when they're below 2 years old. Almost anywhere in the world, even in Europe, where the cheap airlines that cost like 10 euros or 15 euros or 30 euros per ticket will charge you a ticket for the baby, it is still cheaper to travel with them when they're below 2 years old, because all they're paying for is luggage. So a lot of airlines have allowance when you travel with kids. This goes beyond 2 years old, where you get a free car seat, a free stroller until they're like 5 years old, or depending on the airline and the destination. But on top of that, they're free to enter museums, parks, hotels, and everything else in between. Babies travel for free until they're 2. So why wouldn't you travel with your baby? One, it's a perfect opportunity to get your baby used to traveling and get your family used to the rhythm of traveling with a baby. 2, it's never going to be lighter and easier than carrying something this big. Never. I used to think, oh my gosh, when she starts walking, it'll be so much easier. She'll be running off and it'll be great. Yes, she'll be running off. and you'll be running behind her. And they'll want to buy everything they see, and you have to pack the extra toys, and etc., etc. They get picky about what they want to wear, what they want to bring along, etc., etc. So it's never easier to travel with a baby when they're less than 2 years old, and it's also never cheaper. So it's a perfect time to make mistakes, to learn, to get your baby used to traveling, and to get your family on the road. If you dream of traveling with your family, if you want to go on vacation and you're feeling anxious about leaving your baby behind, take your baby on vacation with you. I promise you, besides a few instances where, like, obviously they wake up a lot during the night and you're tired on vacation, or, you know, they get sick, which happens at home as well. Besides those few instances, there is nothing better and sweeter than traveling with a little bub. I mean, yes, you will be tired, but you're tired at home anyway. And, you know, you're going to be stressed about your baby being left at home anyway, so you might as well have him with you. And traveling with a baby is slower. You're not going to be able to go ziplining or, you know, scuba diving, but you can do other things, and you learn to fall in love with a different pace of traveling and with somebody else that's traveling with you and learning to see things through their perspective. So in our book, there's no better time than traveling with a child than when they're babies, so the whole family starts getting used to enjoying flying together. So there you have it, the 3 things I wish I knew before traveling with my baby. I hope this video was useful, and if you like our content, please subscribe. If you have any questions or any topics regarding traveling with a baby or toddler that you would like answered, let us know in the comments below, and we'll make sure to answer to you via video. And also, don't forget, we are always on Instagram at Travel Family Academy and on our blog at travelfamilyacademy.com. Come chat with us, come say hi, and ask any questions you may have, because we are here to support you in your next travel adventure. We want to see every family in the world enjoying traveling with their little ones, starting from when they're born. Enjoy!